Good afternoon, classmates of Geography 1301. My name is Carmina Garza-Medrano, and for the Geography in My Backyard project, I decided to share with you all a private property that I have been visiting since I was a child. This private property's name is uh, this private property is located in Tarpley, Texas, within the county of Bandera. And this is the beautiful picture of the top of the hill within the private property. As we can see in the maps from Google Maps and from Google Earth, this property is um, it is southwest of the town of Bandera and northeast of Concan, Texas. The location sits in the Texas Hill Country within the Edwards Plateau that is made up of mainly eroded limestone. In this slide, we can see the limestone, which can be seen throughout most of the pictures of the presentation. This limestone is worn down by water and large diurnal temperature changes. The mornings in Tarpley are very chilly and dewy, and it has really hot days. The temperatures in the summer can range between 104 in the highs and 70 in the 70s in the lows. Um, in the winter, the temperature can be below freezing, and the highs will be around the 60s. Throughout the property, one can also detect rocks that have been chemically weathered through carbonation. The holes in the limestone are evidence of carbonic acid or rainwater, which carbon dioxide reacting chemically with the stone creates. Now, the very same carbonic acid that creates holes in smaller stones, such as the ones we just saw in the last slide, creates pockets in the limestone when it flows or stays underground. Eventually, the holes grow larger and cause the creation of caves. Now, right here, we can see two different caves. Um, they look small because of the picture, but they're pretty large. I took my best friend with me and we did hike the hill. And as you can see from, I guess, the size of her leg and a part of that cave, that's a pretty decent sized hole in which you can go spelunking in if you so wish. We have done it, but it's pretty dangerous. In these two pictures, we can see symbiotic weathering. The picture on the left shows marble weakened by lichen and eventually weathered down. Now, there weren't any pieces of rock such as this one around the area where it was found, so one can only conclude it was transported down the hill in the process of mass wasting. On the picture in the right-hand side, we can see another example of biotic weathering and mechanical weathering. The cactus grew between the stone in the process of biotic weathering. However, seeing the cracks and patterns in the stone on the very same on the ground, one can tell that it's a part of this very same stone that was just weathered over time. Here you can see that little peak, and then there's that hollow right there of that very same missing stone. This is the stone that brings it all together. In this slide, you can see a very blatant picture of soil erosion. Now, you can't tell from the picture, but this is on the hill, on the top of the hill. So any water that was coming down here was going over the root of the tree or the stump of the tree and eventually wearing or bringing down the soil, washing off the soil and leaving us with a part of the root. Now, these last two slides are my favorite part of the private property. Um, though the private property does not have any rivers, there is a gully in which we can witness reshaping of the valley. So this gully is a part of the valley, not a long distance, but quite a bit of a distance away from the main hill on the property. We can see example of the downcutting in this picture, where the soil to the right-hand side, you can see it better or more clear in this picture where the kids are at. The soil on the right hand side is a little bit steeper. There is a cut bank right here. Um, and you can see the down cutting over here. When it rains, that water falls through here and down cuts and hammers its way into the soil, which makes it a little bit deeper. Now, we did have to go back on a separate occasion to show you when it rained how the water gets in there. It is a little bit deeper on this side, as you can see from the color. And on this next slide, you can see a little bit more of the overhang and the nick point of that gully. So with that, that does conclude my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention during my presentation. You have yourself a wonderful day.